2022 is officially here, and I wanted to show you guys some simple habits that you can implement into your daily routine to set yourself up for having an amazing year, as well as how to manifest your dream 2022. I feel like today, in the age of TikTok and social media, when everyone's lives are kind of being shoved into your face 24/7, and that's kind of all that you see, it can feel especially daunting and scary to kind of step into a new year and feel this pressure to become the best version of yourself. That's how I feel right now, at least. And hopefully this video can kind of help take away some of that intimidating factor to a new year, and will just help you find those little tips and tricks to better yourself in the simple ways this year. I first wanted to touch on some healthy habits that I think will be great to implement this year. I just want to preface that I think that, like, especially on TikTok right now, from what I'm seeing, I feel like there's just a lot of pressure to, you know, have some sort of huge transformation in 2022. And I think that while it can be great that some people are sort of using the new year as their inspiration to better themselves and accomplish all these goals that they've had in the back of their heads for a really long time, it's also important to note that you don't need to have some sort of huge transformation in 2022 to live a great year. I kind of just want to encourage myself and you guys to sort of just work on implementing those like simple little habits in your daily routine that can make all the difference. So these don't have to be habits every single day. I fall short with these very, very often. It's kind of only now that it's winter break that I have that sort of distance from schoolwork that I can actually focus on these little sort of mental health and well-being habits that I've kind of been wanting to implement in my routine for a very, very long time. During winter break, I've been waking up pretty late in the morning, mostly because I've been prioritizing my sleep. A really big thing that I want to focus on this year that I started implementing into my routine in September is getting 9 hours of sleep. This is by far the one thing that I will urge every single one of you to do in 2022 is to prioritize your sleep. My stats teacher told me this like in the first week of school. For people my age, so if you're 17, kind of like in that age range, then getting 9 hours is the minimum amount of sleep that you need to be functioning at your full brain capacity. I think that I really can see that in my own sort of studying habits and stuff, because I feel like in the past, in grade 11, I observed that, you know, when I was staying up late and studying, the studying wasn't good. You will 100% benefit from getting an extra hour of sleep than you will getting an extra hour of studying, because the extra hour of studying is just gonna be bad, period. But you know that the extra hour of sleep is gonna be so good. I do not sleep later than 11 on school nights, like period. I make it a habit to work really hard during my spares, during my lunch blocks, during the period after school before volleyball practice, the period after volleyball practice. I like try to maximize as much time as I possibly can during the day so that at night, I can afford the room to sleep early. Last year in grade 11, when I was sleeping like an hour later than I am now, I was constantly having to take like little power naps throughout the afternoon. I was just constantly tired and stressed out, and it was really bad. It will seriously benefit your academic performance, your overall mental health, and it's just so important. I can't speak for everyone's workload, but I know personally for me, if I'm like making the most of my studying time, and that means like putting my phone away, making sure that I'm actually focused on what I'm studying and not just like reading stuff passively, then obviously my studying time isn't going to be effective, and I'm going to end up studying for way longer than I should have been. But if you actually are like putting the time to focus and study productively and like maximize your studying time to make sure that it's super effective, you're going to notice that your studying time is going to condense like crazy. Another habit for the year that everyone always has every single year is to get active, to work out, to move your body. I say this every single year that I'm going to get the body that I want, and it doesn't happen every single year. This is the first year since grade 8 that I will not be playing club volleyball. I feel like in that way, I can replace my volleyball practices with working out and going to the gym. I think that there's some potential there, but I'm not gonna be too hard on myself. I've talked about this in other videos, but hands down, working out is such a great way to relieve stress, except COVID closed all the gyms in my city as of like a week ago. What you're kind of seeing is me doing a workout yesterday. I was doing legs. I loved it, and I'm really excited to keep working out this week actually. another really great habit to have for this year is to kind of have a set makeup routine that you know makes you feel confident, it makes you feel like yourself. I feel like it's just good to kind of know what products work for your skin, for your facial structure. Like I sort of know what products work for me, what my sort of skin type is. People actually do ask me what my everyday makeup routine is. And you know what? I'm gonna share it. So I'm just applying this Good Molecules Priming Moisturizer that was gifted to me. First I use the NARS Creamy Concealer. I feel like this concealer is pretty good because it like applies really smoothly on my skin. It doesn't like separate, it doesn't apply patchy. So I apply that a lot into like the inner corners because my under eyes are so dark there. And then I try and lift a little bit because I have discoloration like around my eye area. My under eyes are just such a mess. Like it's really not good. Then I apply concealer on my nose. It's always red, and just like wearing a mask always rubs off my nose makeup. It just looks like blotchy and clearly smeared. So that's basically all the areas that I apply concealer. Next, I contour. I recently started using the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. Before that I used to use Hoola by Benefit. I feel like cream contour is just better. It blends easier. It doesn't look so splotchy on me. Then again, I feel like this product could easily just be like really overhyped. I don't even know. Like I feel like the thing with social media nowadays is like once we see a celebrity using some makeup item, we think that it's like a holy grail. Just because it works for one person doesn't necessarily mean that it has to work for you. I feel like you can easily find dupes for this that like do the same thing. Once I run out of this, I doubt that it's going to be back in stock. Now I'm going to do the blush. I used to use the Glossier Cloud Paints for my blush. I think this is just like a nicer applicator and I think it's just like really nice how glowy they are. Now I'm going to do my eyes. First, I'm going to brush out my eyebrows a little bit. I feel like I should start getting into soap brows. I should probably find some like soap brow products to invest in. So comment down below if you have any like good recommendations for that. I have this Benefit like clear brow thing, but it flakes off in my eyebrows and it looks like there's like little dandruff flakies in my eyebrows, which is not a thing. For mascara, I switch between a couple of them. I use the Chanel one sometimes, but it doesn't really add a lot of volume. It's definitely very, very natural. This one is my go-to, this Tarte one, because it's very bold and vibrant, adds length and volume, and it's waterproof. I'm gonna use my Makeup by Mario palette. I just recently got this because it has like literally all the matte shades that I could possibly ever need. Add a little bit of color and depth back. I use the Shiseido eyelash curler. It's just the eyelash curler that works the best for my eye shape. For the first time the other day, I tried using individual glue-on eyelashes and it was so bad because I've never gotten eyelash extensions. I'm just gonna take my Too Faced Peach palette, teeny tiny little brush, and just do this gold shade and just apply it to my inner corner. I'm gonna do some lip gloss. I really like these Dior ones right now. I already have lip balm on, so let's just apply this over. Glossy and plump. So for my outfit today, I'm going to be wearing mostly Aritzia pieces because I'm doing a little bit of an Instagram collaboration with them, which I'm so excited about. Like, are you kidding me? I get to work with Aritzia. Like, get out of here. That is insane. I think I want to do something with this jacket. So I can do something with these pants that are also from Aritzia. Brown jeans. And then they also sent me this navy blue crew neck top. I can also wear like a turtleneck under that shirt because it's gonna be really cold outside. I feel like if I'm wearing black shoes, it'd be good to have a black turtleneck. Here is the sweatshirt on over the turtleneck. Another habit that I think is a little bit easier to implement into your routine but has amazing benefits is drinking more water. My family has like this really weird obsession with water bottles, but hydro flasks are always a go-to for us. Not like the Visco stuff, okay? Like we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. They keep your water so cold, and they also have like different sizes and stuff. Especially if you get a lot of headaches, you will notice quickly like how good it is to drink a lot of water. There are literally no downsides to drinking water except for the fact that it makes you have to go to the bathroom a lot. One of my big habits slash goals for this year is to read more. In fact, I was that person that got like one of the TikTok books. I got The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and I read it last week. I read this book in like 5 days, which is quick for me. I mean, it wasn't anything jaw-dropping. Like, it was definitely very interesting and it kept me interested and I wanted to keep reading. It doesn't necessarily deserve as much hype as it got, but it doesn't change the fact that it is still a good book. I'm just excited to read more. I just want a wider selection of words to use and whip out in my essays and stuff like that. I've had a lot of really good experiences with reading stuff in school, like required academic readings, finding interests in a lot of like random topics that I didn't know that I had interest in before reading about them. I feel like I'm gonna start like a loose goal to read 10 books this year. Let's make a 2022 vision board. I'm going to use Canva. I feel like it's just like the easiest way to collage pictures. Most of the time I use PicMonkey. Canva has a template for desktop wallpapers, which is very, very useful. The next step is to go on Pinterest and find your images. I feel like I've thought loosely about what I want for 2022, but at the same time, I haven't. I feel like a lot of people on their vision boards, they put like traveling and stuff, but I mean, like, I'm 17. It's up to where my parents want to go, you know? And plus there's COVID, so I'm supposed to go to Hawaii in March, so maybe I'll put some pictures for that. So you can upload all of your pictures to Canva just by clicking the little cloud icon, and then you can just drag everything onto your canvas. And I just wanted to preface that the Canva desktop wallpaper template is actually a little bit too wide for the MacBook Air, so I'd recommend just looking at the actual dimensions and then making like a custom blank canvas so that it fits perfectly. So I just finished my vision board / lock screen. I basically added fitness inspired stuff, travel related stuff, food that I want to eat, grad related stuff because I really want to have a grad. I put a picture of Olivia Rodrigo because I'm supposed to go see her on her Sour tour. I have tickets, and if it gets canceled, that's on the vision board because I will be going to see her. So with that, I think that's all for this video. I want to say thank you guys so much for all of you who contributed to my 2021. Let me know down below any goals you guys have for this upcoming year. But with that, I love all of you guys so much, and I will see you very soon with a brand new video. Bye!